Hello everybody, this is Nicholas Hunter today speaking about a feature that we demonstrated during our 10 hours videos, webinars about lean design that we shot. Of course, you can go to our website and check it out. They are all free. That's 10 hours of techniques and practices that I'm laying down and you can get inspired with and learn about it. This is an explanation. This is a subset of this video, and I want to go deeper in this demonstration here and see and try to explain to you what I try to do here, right? And because many people ask me, okay, we really love the speed, we really love the simplicity, but we didn't quite get it. So that's why I'm making this video. Of course, if I'm receiving, let's say, messages, and if I'm receiving requests about something that you guys think it's valuable, or that I'm feeling that it is valuable, I will take the time to make a video, and we can issue the video for free. Okay? So here, what I'm going to explain is how to use the power of the go-to-related record. That's what GTRR means. The go-to-related record to a self table, to itself, to the same table. So you go to a related record that are in the same table using a ListOf technique to get IDs from another table. Okay? So instead of using super duper complicated SQL and whatever other technique outside that are very slow and difficult to implement, this is what I wanted to achieve here. First, I have a timecard table. Very easy. I have each timecard record has an employee ID, because this is about an employee. It's a timecard of an employee. You have the employee ID, the day, the time, etc., 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 all the what timecard has. Then I have a table where I have all my managers. Okay? The manager table does not have much. It has the ID of the manager, okay, and the manager name. Then I have an employee table where I have the ID of the employee, and each employee has a manager. So I have, for each employee, I have a foreign key, a foreign ID for the manager. And because together, so then you can see that a manager can have many employees, and an employee has only one manager. Is one too many. Okay? Then, in the timecard table, I want to select a manager name via a value list. So I'm selecting a manager, right? Thanks to a relationship with the manager name in the manager table, right? So I select the manager with the value list in the timecard. Then, because I have a link with the manager name, together from the manager, I get from a relookup, I get the ID, the foreign key of the manager into the timecards. Okay? So, but that is the manager that I have selected. Okay? With this ID, now I can go straight to the employee table and get the list of the employee IDs. All the IDs of the employees for this manager. Right? I got from the name, I have the ID, and then I have the list of the employee ID. I'm going to show you how to get the list of in a minute. Thanks to this, so now I have this list of IDs. I'm setting a global field with the list of the IDs, right? And thanks to our, what's the name? Thanks to a go-to related record, right? Thanks to a go-to related record, to to itself. I mean, I'm asking to the related records here. The relationship is whatever employee IDs with the employee ID of the time cards. And then I get a final found set, right? This is what I want to do. So now that we have this, how it works, here what I want to do. I'm selecting a manager and I want to get the time card for this manager. I'm selecting another manager and I'm getting the time card for this manager. So here I want to show you how fast this is. We are talking about 20,000 records. So I'm not talking about very small things. We have thousands of employees and 3 managers because it doesn't matter. So you see what the goal I want to do. I want, here in this time card table, I don't have any manager ID. I don't have this information in this table, right? So how can I get the IDs of this guy, okay? I want all the employee of this guy, and then with the ID of the employee, I want all the time cards with those IDs, right? So under the hood is very simple, okay? Actually, I can get rid of this. Under the hood is very simple. This is to get the manager name, to get the ID of the manager, right? And this is, so the current manager ID and with the manager ID. So this is with the name. So pretty much what happened here is when I select this, I get the ID. Let me show you. So this is the ID. So when I select this, bam, it changes. Bam, it changes. Okay. Why? Because this here, it's a lookup. It's a lookup between the names. When I get the names here, it will look up the ID, right? So, and it's automatic. Let's say, for example, I'm creating a new manager, right? Whatever, Dave. So I have a new manager. So if I select Dave, pop, I have the ID. And if you go to the manager table, you will see that the ID matches. Miles, 3B3, Nick Hunter, 0656, etc. You know, Richard Carlton, D984, right? So thanks to the names, I'm getting the ID. So now that I have the ID of this guy, right? Let's keep this for a moment. Now that I have the ID of this guy, I want to go to the employee table and search for this manager. So this manager here, Rick Carlton, has 328 employees, right? So now, what do I want? Okay, what do I want? I want the list of all those employees. So how I can do that, right? How can I take all the employee lists? Very simple. You use the new summary field type. And here you have a new option called ListOf and the ID employee. You select the ID employee. So what this is doing, you go to watch here and you see the list of employee, and here what it returns. It returns the 328 employee IDs in a list. So let's see if that's true, right? You see the list start with 2BE31. Let's say I'm changing here. I'm looking for another manager. Now is B5, D5. It changes because the list changed. The list changed because ListOf is found set based, like any kind of summary field type, any kind of them. All of this is first is found set based and sorting based. Let's see this one, B5071A. If I change the sorts, it changed the list as well, matching the sort order. It matches the sort order, so as every single summary field. See now, it changed to this, right? CBD, 7DE, 7DE. So now you learn about this ListOf stuff. The ListOf is found set based and sort based, right? And I can even prove it to you again. Let's say I show all, okay? And I am showing only four. I have four. Here my four, right? It is sort and found set based. So now that you learn about that, so what I'm doing here? Here I got this, what's the name? This here. Now what I want to get the list of my employees based on this manager, right? Let me show you. Okay. Let me put it bigger here. So you see here, when I do this, right, and I click this button here, the list changed, right? The list, this is the global field. This is a global field. So that means this filter here is a global. The current manager ID that I get when I selected the name from the relookup is a global. And the link I'm using for the list of employee ID used as a link is also a global. Okay? So this is a global. And so I get the time card for this guy. So this, if I click here, this is a list of the employee. Okay? So now that I have the list of the employee, how can I get here with my 20,000 time cards? How can I get a found set based on only this manager, right? So, and fast, like instant. Even if you have millions of records, this will be instant, right? Instant. And I don't even talk about how great this will work on WebDirect, right? This in WebDirect is like blah, it's super fast, right? So now you got it. You got it how I get the ID of the manager. You got how I get the list of all the employee ID related to this manager. Now how can I get the found set? Okay, let's see. I'm using this relationship I call get time card go to related record self. Why? Is because this relationship here, this occurrence points to the time cards, and this also is related to the time card. So both those two occurrences are based on the same table. That's what we call self. But here's the trick. I set a field into a global field as a primary key, and I ask to concur with the ID, the foreign ID of the employee of the time cards. So this is how FileMaker works. Demonstration. Okay, let's do a little demonstration here. I'm going to build a script, very small script test. Okay, and I want to be a go-to record. I'm using this one and this one. Okay, and I want to show it. Okay, so in the layout before I had this table here. So I'm going to make a demonstration here. So let's say I'm copying those only three. I have only 3 IDs, only 3. Okay, and I'm saying this, right? I'm saying, okay, go to read record using those 3. Here what happened. I have 68 only. Let's say I have only 1 ID. Here I have 26, right? Let's say I remove this one. So I have 52. And if I remove this one, I have 26. So what happened here? FileMaker go to record from a global field to another field will try to match the values that you added into this field. We call that multi-value relationship. You can add many values there. You can pile them. Value means any kind of string or text separated by a carriage return, right? If I'm doing this, if I'm doing this, it won't work. 0, because this is not a multi-value. This is multi-value with carriage return separated with carriage return, right? So for example, if you have a bunch of records, for example, with different cities, and you want only Los Angeles, San Francisco, and New York, then you put those 3. The go-to record will show only those 3 records, only with those 3 cities, right? So this is a great technique. This is how FileMaker works. This is the fundamental of FileMaker, right? So now you got it. So when I click here, I get all the list, and then I go to read record based on this list, and then it found 6,600, something like that, right? So this is how it works. You have the file that is going with this video, so you can try yourself and discover yourself. But it's very, very simple how this works. And of course, so hear what I'm saying during the Lean Design course webinar. With a mere relationship, right? And with a script that is 2 rows, I'm doing a magic that normally it takes sequels and whatever you want to use, and it will never be as fast as this. This was Nicholas Hunter. I'm very, very happy with this, and I hope you will be happy too. And feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Thank you very much.